Hi, it's Anthony from CarPlayLife.com, and in this video I'll be looking at the UX999Plus CarPlay AI box from PlayAIBox. This new AI box is an Android 12 AI box for factory Apple CarPlay and aftermarket systems. It features 4GB of RAM and 64GB of ROM, a fast Qualcomm 665 CPU and the Adreno 610 GPU. There's an SD card slot for expandable storage, as well as a SIM card slot to provide internet to the dongle without the need to connect to a mobile hotspot or local Wi-Fi. In the box you get a paper instruction manual, there's the AI box itself, and a USB-A to C cable to power the AI box, and there's a USB-A to C adapter for more modern CarPlay ports in the car. Looking over the AI box, it has the same shape as the Max and Ultra AI box dongles that I've reviewed previously. However, we have a new matte silver case design with the PlayAIBox branding on top, along with two LED status lights. Underneath there is a similar round metal heatsink with ventilation holes around the outside for passive cooling of the CPU chipset inside. On the sides, there's not really much to write home about other than the USB-C port to connect to your CarPlay port to power the adapter. And alongside it, there's a tiny little removable panel that covers its SIM and SD card slots inside. In my test, I connected the Plus to my portable CarPlay display. However, I also tested this successfully on my Pioneer 93 DAB receiver in my demo pod. Boot up time took a rather long 42 seconds before the main menu was displayed on screen. The menu is the same as the Ultra AI box that I reviewed last month, with the same floating menu button and its widget home screen interface, which can be removed in the system settings menu. The left side dock shows the time, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth status, the last 3 running apps, and the home and app overview button. There is a persistent side arrow icon that prompts you to slide the hidden side dock in from the side when it's running behind full screen running apps. The Plus runs a slightly earlier version of Android 12 than the Ultra that I reviewed recently, but the experience is just the same, with a new settings screen and a pull down menu, which are a lot cleaner and more modern than earlier Android operating systems. Other than this, it's the only real visual difference in this new version of Android that sits underneath its rather clunky and rather dated looking menu interface. The UX999Plus comes with the usual suite of pre-installed apps, including Google Maps, Chrome and the Google Play Store, plus some common apps have also been pre-installed, including YouTube, Waze, Disney+, HBO Max, Spotify, Netflix and VLC. Just like the Ultra, there is a new Android 12 option to toggle system-wide dark and light modes very easily from the app menu screen. Like all the AI boxes, the Plus is pretty much basic without an internet connection, so once connected to my local Wi-Fi hotspot, I downloaded a few tested apps from the Google Play Store. First off, I fired up the device info app, so I was able to see exactly what is inside this AI box. The app reported it's an 8-core Qualcomm 665 CPU, running up to 2 GHz, and the same Adreno 610 GPU also runs at 320 MHz. So from the off, I expect this box to perform similarly to the Ultra branded AI box from last month. To find this out, I fired up Geekbench to benchmark test the box, and it showed a slightly lower single core and multi-core result to the Ultra, which also has twice as much RAM, so that might have helped it out a little bit to score better. And with the same GPU, its result came in just 4 points below the Ultra. So in short, there is a minimal performance boost between the Plus and the Ultra branded AI dongles. However, overall, these all did score slightly lower than the other 665 AI box I have reviewed from MIC. The Plus has a total of 64GB of storage, which is plenty for the types of apps that you'll want to run in the car. And you can also continue to expand on this by inserting the SD card of up to 128 gig. Google Maps and Spotify Android apps seem to fire up and work just fine. And you can also access active apps and toggle split screen mode using the floating menu button. The power of the 665 chip and 4GB of RAM provides a more smoother app switching and multitasking experience over much lower powered AI boxes, with less waiting time for app loading and less jerky transitions. Being able to play YouTube and Netflix or play Android games on the CarPlay display can have its advantages whilst waiting for your EV to charge, for example, or if you just happen to be waiting in your car for long periods of time. YouTube and Netflix ran just fine with their audio in sync with the video that's showing on screen. The Adreno 610 GPU is okay for some lightweight gaming. It handled my test apps Crossy Road, Subway Surfer and Real Racing 3 just fine, and with dual Bluetooth support I was able to connect my Xbox controller and control the menu UI and some games that supported it. You can also pair a wireless Bluetooth remote to navigate the AI box from a distance, or if your CarPlay system doesn't have touchscreen input, to make navigation and control a little bit faster. Like the Ultra, the wireless CarPlay and Android Auto uses the Z-Link 5 Android app. This app also has the ability to mirrorcast content from your phone to the display. There are also options to set the driver position and enhance HD streaming for a much sharper visual display of both platforms. But like the Ultra, I again ran into serious issues with both wireless platforms. CarPlay took around 27 seconds and I had the same Wi-Fi resetting issue as the Ultra with Android Auto, which sometimes took over 3 minutes to connect to wireless Android Auto. The usual 2-second audio lag was expected, but its general input lag was a little worse than some other lower spec AI boxes, with some noticeable stuttering between screen transitions and some terrible lag and transition delay on Android Auto specifically. Checking the Wi-Fi's dongle specs showed that it was also running at an even slower 20 MHz channel width than the Ultra's 40 MHz channel width, and it was running at the same 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi band, along with half the max data rate of just 78 megabits per second. So this all pretty much explains my experience and is very disappointing if you wish to use wireless CarPlay or Android Auto on this dongle. This UX999Plus CarPlay AI box from PlayAIBox currently retails for around $128 or £116 from their store on AliExpress. And you can check out my links down below to learn more about this AI box and to buy yourself one. I was looking forward to checking out this Qualcomm 665 AI box, but just like the Ultra, I was left a little bit disappointed. Between the Plus and the Ultra, I found very little advantage other than its extra storage and RAM. The newer 662 chip in the Ultra does run a little bit faster, but not enough to warrant its higher price. Over other performing dongles, there is certainly more grunt under the hood than the Mini or Max AI branded boxes, but sadly there is the same concern about its Wi-Fi performance, which really lets it down for use with wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. Its mirrorcasting is also affected by this performance with poor out-of-sync audio, and at times it didn't even get to work properly. Its Android 12 OS doesn't bring much improvement to the experience, and its menu UI design hasn't really improved either. The same frustrating floating button that you can't really turn off, and even more confusing home button that chooses to show an app overview first before it takes you back to the home screen. And I found its persistent hidden dock prompt and slide out dock a little bit jarring, and it looks totally different to the one that you return to when you go home. So if you can look over this confusing navigation and frustrating floating button, and you have no real use for casting from your phone or use wireless CarPlay or Android Auto, this UX999Plus is a fairly good AI box thanks to its faster chipset. But as a complete package, there is still room for improvement. Hopefully we'll see more 665 or 662 AI boxes become more available over the coming months, with the same attention made towards their interface and Wi-Fi hardware as it has done with its faster processor. If you'd like to watch another great AI box review of mine, you can check out this video here, and I'll see you there. Give us a thumbs up if you have made it to the end of this video, and comments are always welcome if you have any questions about the UX999Plus from PlayAIBox. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye.